Welcome back to Busted or Buffed. My name is Dean, and I take old, discarded, busted, unwanted furniture and try to turn it into something cool, unique, and buffed out. On today's episode, we're going to be working on some end tables that I picked up off the curb on Bulk Trash Week. I think we can turn these into some pretty cool steampunk end tables. Let's see. I'm just going to take a measurement from where my track starts to the edge of the lip here. So when I go to put the new top on and I need to transfer this rail over, I know exactly where to put it. So I was thinking about filling that in with Bondo, but I think I'm going to leave it like that, paint over it, and make it look like jacked up rough spots. So I lost some of the footage here, but I'm pretty much just taking these square dowels and sanding them down to triangles, and you'll see why here in just a second. So the idea I had here is I want it to look like there's a big mechanism or gear inside here that would ride these teeth to lower this table up and down. Absolutely love doing these builds because your imagination can just run wild with it. There isn't a certain criteria you have to meet or a certain way it has to be done. And I go into this thing not knowing how it's going to come out. As you see, I just keep making stuff up as I go along and get ideas. The final reveal, I'm just as surprised as y'all are. Now, y'all know I'm all about supporting small business, especially when they have a great product like Bitterroot Design. I've been buying these gears off of Amazon for a while, but I was finally able to find the manufacturer. His name is Gino. He's in Boise, Idaho. He makes these out of his shop. He's got gears of all sizes, from massively large ones that you could make like coffee tables out of to the small ones that you see I'm using. So if you're interested in supporting a small business and need some gears, I'll put a link to his Etsy account, his Amazon account, and his Facebook page down below. That much water. So I didn't like how much the wood grain was still showing on these bottom boards, so I decided to Bondo on top to smooth it all out. To our surprise, we left the camera running and caught a female in her natural habitat. This one looks like she's putting out the mating call. It's too hot to paint today. Okay, I didn't know if this was going to work or not, or I would have walked you through it, so I'm just going to give you a quick explanation of what I did, because I know people are going to ask. Got a wooden rod, like you use for hanging clothes on. I drilled a hole in the end of it, and I just cut off a ½ inch off the end, and I cut off about 4 inches of this dowel rod. I ended up with this. I just put some glue on it, kind of tapped it in tight. There you go. Keeping up with me. And then I went and got a light spring from Ace. Put the spring on. And I attached something similar to this. This was just a mock-up piece inside where I already drilled my hole through here. So that's on the inside, attached just to the back side of this. just give us a little more thickness. See where I'm going with this? And then I'll poke this through. And then with glue and a big wood screw, put that on the end. So this is what you're seeing right here. So what we end up with is a mechanism like this. So whenever you pull it, it releases the drawer and goes back in place. Pretty cool, huh? Now you can't see it, but I put a little indentation here that your finger goes underneath to help pull that gear out to release it. And I just attached a little wedge to the back of the drawer. So whenever this comes forward, it hits it. So it won't let it open all the way. And then I can pull it out and it goes back. And then with it being a wedge, it just pushes right past it whenever you go to shut it. And then it hits here, stops, you pull the gear out, it goes back. Hope that makes sense. It's hard to explain how my brain works sometimes, but I think you get the idea. So, pretty cool, huh? So what happens is it stops right there. I put a little fake wall across here so it looks like it's opened all the way. And then you can have a hidden compartment back there. You grab them, you pull this, and the drawer comes out all the way. Pretty cool, huh? And then you push it back in. Believe it or not, I just made that up as I was going along. I've never done that before. So I'm just glad it worked out. Oh, treasure box. That thing hasn't been pulled out in a while. What's in it? What's in the treasure box? What's in it? Let's make some rust. Do some airbrushing. I just really like that box. It looks like a little treasure box to be on a pirate ship or something. Should be full of golden treasure. It's got my golden treasure in it. My secret to doing this, transparent black. I'm gonna thin it up a little bit. Take a little bit of reducer. Tiny, tiny bit. Doesn't take much at all. Sometimes it's fine. Some of the colors are fine. Sometimes they need to be thinned up a little bit. Sometimes after they sit just a little bit, they get thick. I don't know if you can tell if you can pick it up on camera, but see how the shading just starts making the metal look real? Now we're just gonna go through and make everything kind of look greasy and dingy and aged. It's gonna take all this from looking cheesy like a cartoon to making it look more realistic. And then after I go through and do all this shading, I'll go back through with these metal colors and just hit the edges so that it brings some of the shine back. See, now it looks all dingy and grimy. Like I said, we'll come back through and add some highlights in a little bit, but gives you kind of an idea. Now, a cool trick that I like to do is on these really shiny parts right here on the edge in the corner, I'm going to make it darker, and then I'll come back through and put some silver right on that sharp edge. It gives it a cool, really realistic look. They don't know about Texas mosquitoes. Everything's big in Texas. Freaking the mosquitoes are twice as big.
Prehistoric.
Yeah, like dinosaur mosquitoes, man. Like that one they had in the little amber in freaking, what was it, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
These things are no joke in there. Eating me up. So we're lighting some candles and stuff. Alright, now that we added all of our shadowing and our grimy darkness, now we're going to go back through and bring the highlights back up, and that will give it that realistic metal look. I don't like them. I think it sticks out too far. See what else I can come up with. I decided to bring the piece over to my buddy Jesse Moore at Moore Fab Works. We're going to try to mount these wheels back a little bit further, so I'll probably end up recessing it a little bit to make it fit, and then we're just going to use a single caster wheel in the front.